cooks, today we're going to be making a really delicious chicken quesadilla with black beans. We're going to grill the chicken on the barbecue, and for me, I'm going to be using a non-dairy cheese, but you can use your favorite cheese in this dish. So join me as we make chicken and black bean quesadillas. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to saute up a little bell pepper and onion. I love my onions to have a little bit of browning on them. Makes it delicious. Woo! Wow. I mean, as soon as the onions hit the pan, it's like, that's when I know that I'm cooking, right? That's actually one of my favorite parts of cooking, is cooking the onions. So what I have here is I have an enameled cast iron pan. You can use any kind of saute pan. Cast iron is great. This is a Le Creuset. I'll put a link down in the description. It is my absolute favorite. Ooh. How's that smell, Boo?
I don't know. I need to get a little closer, my dear.
I'm also going to put in some red bell pepper. The reason I just chose red is because I'm going to be putting cilantro in there, and that's green. We have black beans and corn, so that's yellow. I just wanted to break up the colors a little bit. So I chose red, but you can choose whatever you have available or whatever's the least expensive. So we're just going to remove these from the pan. They look fantastic. Mmm. Look good, Bill? Sure.
Got some meat put on?
As a matter of fact, I did. So I have some corn here. It was just some frozen corn that I let thaw a little bit. It's nice and sweet. Woo! Put a little bit more oil in here. Woo! Put a little char on our corn. So I'm going to put in some black beans. I just have a can of black beans. I'm only going to make a couple just for me because Eric is making some that is steak. So I probably use about maybe a half a can of that. And whatever's left over, I'll just use for another quesadilla tomorrow, right?
Ooh.
Yay. That's beautiful. Okay, this is looking really good. I'm going to go ahead and get this out of here. Turn my burner off. Get a little popcorn action going on. Wow. This only has to be in here for a couple minutes with the beans. I just wanted to warm them a little bit. So I'm going to put these both into the oven really low, and then I'm going to set up so we can cook our quesadillas. So we have some grilled chicken. Let's take a look at how we cooked it. So we have the grill fired, and I seasoned the chicken with my own fajita seasoning. You can use commercial fajita seasoning. I also cut these butterfly style so they'll cook more evenly. And we're just going to cook them indirect on the grill. We're going to cook them, I cook them to 175. That's just a personal preference, but you need to at least cook them to 165. And when these are done, we will flip them. Okay, they're cooking along. What temp are we at, Boo?
We're at least 168 on the thin sides. The thicker sides are kind of in the 150s. They need a little more time. But I moved them over the coals, and I took the thin sides off the coals. So, you might want to probe these. This thin stuff might be done by now.
Yeah, they're done.
He's 170, 80. He's definitely done. I'm sure he's done.
I like them higher temp.
He's not quite as done. Well, it depends on where you poke him, because 170, he's pretty close. I'm going to take this guy off. We'll give him more heat.
I like mine cooked a little bit more than a lot of people. I don't like,
well, it's rubbery tasting when it's
yeah,
lower.
it's rubbery tasting to me.
So it's food safe, but it's probably a little rubbery. We need to dry it out a little more, and then she'll be happy. And he's definitely not done. But what we will do is we'll move him over a little bit, since he's close and he's not close.
So when these are done, we're going to tent them, and we'll be ready to make the quesadillas. So our chicken is done. We had tented it and put it in the oven while we were cooking everything else. We're going to go ahead. We're going to get this baby out of here. It looks delicious and smells delicious. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to slice it up here. Smells amazing. Thank you, Boo. And I'm gonna go ahead and just chunk it. And I'm gonna go ahead. Wow, look at that. Oh my gosh, you can smell the grill. I mean, you can taste the grill. And smell it. I'm gonna go ahead and slice the rest of this up. So I have way more than I'm gonna be using for this, but I'm just gonna make, I'm gonna make some tacos or some more quesadillas tomorrow for lunch, so I'm ready for that.
You might want to give a tool tip to help keep your chicken from drying out if you pre-cut it. Soak it in some marinade or favorite liquid. Right, Boo Boo? When you store it.
So I'm going to finish cutting this up. So I have my skillet sort of over medium-low heat right now. I'm going to start it off by putting just a little bit of oil in here. I just want to sort of season up my pan because we wiped it out. Whew. And we're going to put a little bit of butter in there. So before we cook them, cheers everyone. Eric made me a little beverage. So I have a tortilla here. We're going to put our tortilla down. I'm using Daya cheddar cheese. You can use whatever kind of cheese you want. A lot of people use Monterey Jack, pepper jack, whatever you like. Ooh, I'm using this because it's dairy free. Because this is dairy free, I might have to put a lid on this because this stuff doesn't melt quite the same as regular cheese. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put some chicken on here. Yum. I think we're starting out kind of good here. Got some chicken. We're going to put some of our bell peppers and onions. Wow. This makes it right here. We got some corn and black beans. Woo. Yum. I'm going to put a little bit of fresh chopped cilantro in here because I love that. If you don't like cilantro, then leave that out. I love it. I'm going to top it with a little bit more cheese, just so the other tortilla will stick. And I'm just gonna spread a little bit of oil on the top tortilla. And we're gonna put that on there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And we're gonna go ahead and let this cook. So we're gonna go ahead and flip it. This works the best if you have a flat griddle. Woo! Wow. That's amazing. Yeah, use a flat griddle. Okay, so our quesadilla is done. It's a little bit easier if you use a flat griddle, but I just used the same pan so I didn't have to dirty another pan, right? So here's our quesadilla. I'm gonna go ahead and use a pizza cutter on this bad boy. I have this baby stuffed. Yum. Look at that. Woohoo! That is delicious. We're gonna, let's see, how are we gonna arrange this on the platter? We got 2 and 2, right? Just like that.
Easiest to get in your mouth is good.
So our quesadillas are plated, and I have some homemade guacamole. If you'd like to see how I make this guacamole, I'll put a link down in the description. We're gonna go ahead and give us a nice scoop there. Also have some fresh tomatoes. Should I scatter them or just have a little pile? What do you think, Boo?
Oh, I don't know. Surprise me.
Scatter them a little bit?
Sure.
It's all about presentation, huh? Yeah, I'll just leave them in a little pile like this. Guacamole and tomato. And we have a little bit of cilantro. We can give it a little greenery here. Looks delicious. So let's take a taste. Okay, it's the best time of the day. It's time to take a taste. So cheers, you guys. Eric made me this little celebratory beverage. Tastes yummy, Eric.
Affecting you already, Boo?
You didn't see that. So we have our quesadilla. We have a little guacamole. Oh my gosh. This is fresh made guacamole and it's fantastic. Put a little tomato on here. You can put your tomatoes inside. But I was in a rush. Look at that. Oh. Let's take a taste. That's delicious. Now I have dairy-free cheese in here and it still tastes delicious. Sometimes those cheeses, when they're by themselves, are not that great, but this one's pretty decent, and with all this other stuff in here, it just sort of gives it that creamy taste. For me, without being dairy. But you can use whatever kind of cheese you want. That is absolutely fantastic. That's slap your boo fantastic.
Slap your boo fantastic. Wow.
You want to taste it, boo?
Sure.
Come on over. Slap your boo fantastic. Take a little bite with the guacamole.
Little bite? Since when do I do anything little? Now you see it, now you don't.
Jeez. So even Eric liked that with the fake cheese, huh? It was pretty good. Outstanding. So I'll put a link down in the description to that pan and also to my recipe for the guacamole. If you like this video, please subscribe below, leave me a comment and a like, and visit my website at amylearnstocook.com. You can also catch me on social media, Pinterest and Twitter at Amy Learns to Cook. Facebook, I'm at facebook.com/groups/Amy Learns to Cook. And on Instagram, I'm at Cooking with Amy. Cheers.